long ago, we met the Tern GSD Gen 1 in the desert in Las Vegas.
Hi, I'm Brett.
And I'm Karin.
And we are here today with the brand new Tern GSD Generation 3.
Reporting live from the new wheel. The new GSD is a substantial step in the iteration of design of this platform. And while it looks really similar to the first and second generation, it actually has a series of important developments in detail that increase functionality, increase safety, and increase performance.
It just feels more planted. It feels like a shorter bike than the previous one because of the way that the frame is engineered. And then the stopping performance is exceptional, especially on the ABS version of this bike. All of it kind of feeds into a feeling of stability and control when you're riding.
The frame has been completely re-engineered with thicker, more rigid, square tubing. On the old GSD, the child's rack used to be part of the frame, and on this one, it's actually a separate part that supports more rider weight and more cargo weight. The bike will support up to 280 pounds of rider weight and 220 pounds of cargo weight on the rear rack, and it'll do that with a feeling of confidence.
The number one thing that is surprisingly absent in a lot of discussion around cargo bikes is safety. You're not only carrying you, the rider, but you're carrying passengers, so that your weight load is way higher. You're probably carrying groceries, and so safety is just such an essential thing. Tern has done a very, very good job of just not only ensuring that the bike is really safe, but testing it to those standards. The standout feature on some of the new GSD models is the ABS brakes. ABS stands for anti-lock braking system. The ABS unit modulates the brake to ensure that your wheels just sticks to the road always. Things like accidentally hitting the front brake only and going over the handlebars is impossible on an ABS bike. More normal scenarios would be hitting a gravel patch or accidentally having to come to a really fast stop and clamping your brakes and having the bike skid. That also is a feature that is mitigated and moved with ABS.
On those ABS bikes, you've got a fork with a larger stanchion, you've got a frame that supports the forces of braking, front and rear, and these are things that you really feel and really give you confidence and joy, and that your life just becomes more and more rich by bike. There are a lot of people who will start riding a GSD and it will totally transform how they get around, and they will have more joy in their lives.
Even on the bikes that don't have ABS brakes, they still have the top-end Magura 4-piston hydraulic disc brake with upgraded larger rotors. So it's not that you have to go for the ABS version to have an extremely safe, reliable, and secure bike. It's just on the next level with ABS.
The new Atlas kickstand is really good. It's been reimagined to basically simplify the use and to make it more sturdy. It engages and disengages really easily, so that when you're loading your kids, if they're squirming around, the bike is going to be in control.
It's more robust, it's got more protection against the elements, and the nice thing too is they've made it wider. So in the past, we've had to add additional widening components.
Now they just do it.
Now it just comes with it, which is good.
And you can easily get going and roll along your merry way.
The GSD is equipped with the Bosch Cargo Line drive system. Bosch is top of the line in terms of performance, reliability, serviceability. The Cargo Line has 85 Newton meters of torque. You have the option to add 2 batteries. All the bikes come with 1 battery, but you just buy a second battery and click it right in and it's ready to roll.
The top-end bikes offer you also a whole app interface, which includes an anti-theft GPS option. There's lots of customization and making a bike ride exactly the way you want to.
So you can do mapping, you can do locking and unlocking. That's available on the S and the R series bikes.
So the number one impression that I've heard a lot of people, everybody's like, did you get a feel of that seat post clamp? It's like all seat posts have to have a little crack in them to allow for the seat post clamp to move. And they moved it from the back here to the side, meaning you can more easily adjust your seat post height.
The bike comes standard with all of the essentials. You've got a great lighting system with brake lights on all models. And on the higher end models, you've got high beam and low beam setting.
There's a new USB charger, so you can actually like charge your cell phone from the battery pack on some of the bikes.
That's back here.
Yeah. There's also the new foot rails. They use the Aurochs foot rails that fold in. And you've got a back end that will stand up just like all Terns. You can store it on its back end. You can attach a trailer hitch or a tow-a-bike hitch.
You even have like the little details, like you've got a bell on every bike, and it's gold. The only gold thing on the bike.
Yeah. You've got a wheel lock for quick school drop-offs or stops at the grocery store.
Fenders have come such a long way. Front fender is a metal fender. It's super well engineered. Robust and stiff, and it's part of the support for the lock even. And then the rear though is the real standout. So this is the first time I've ever seen a fender and wheel guard all built into one.
It's fully extruded and it's designed for safety and functional serviceability.
And then the chain guard too is extremely robust, extremely well engineered. So gone are the days of like breaking chain guards and all of this stuff with kids stepping on them. One thing that Tern has always done a really great job of is their touch points. So you've got a suspension seat post on the higher end models. The grips are really nice ergonomic grips, and the saddle is upgraded now. You notice the difference when you get and test ride a quality bike that has those details attended to.
So in terms of accessories, you get to make the bike your own. Tern has a suite of accessories that are great for this bike, including several different widths of lower decks, rails that are made for people from 1 year old all the way up to adults. And then at the front end, sky's the limit. You can put your office bag up there, you can put 2 bags of groceries. There's all sorts of ways that you can utilize basically the real estate over your front wheel. I am going to give a quick shout out to a new accessory that is not made by Tern, the Quick Connect valve from Schwalbe. Pumping the tires is super critical for wheel health, range, not getting flats. Like, it's a great thing to do, but it's hard when you've got a lot going on at the back of your bike. And Schwalbe's new click valve allows you to pump without having to do anything extra. And if you want to see a little more about the click valve, check out the link right up there.
There are different drivetrain options you can choose from on your Tern GSD. So there's the standard chain derailleur, which is tried and true. It feels great, it works great, it has extremely high efficiency, and you've got the gear range to be able to climb steep hills, ride fast on flats. You also have an NVOLO continuously variable transmission option with a belt that's very low maintenance, simple operation. Your hill climbing is a little bit more truncated on that. So if you're doing the really steep hills, we'd probably recommend going for a derailleur version of the bike. And then finally, the Primo version is roll-off with a 14-speed, internally geared electronic shifting hub. That is the widest gear range. Can climb anything and you can shift at any time.
The bike is powerful, it's reliable, it's safe, and it's not too big. You can store it in a garage, you can pack it into the back of a car by folding down the handlebars.
We see a lot of shorter riders being comfortable getting on a Tern GSD with 2 kids. And then for a taller rider, you can adjust the handlebars, you can adjust the seat all the way up, and it will fit really comfortably, riders up to 6'5".
If you are a parent who's interested in getting on a cargo bike for the first time, or if you're an experienced cargo bike rider who wants a piece of technology that will better support what you want to be able to do and what you know is possible, you should come in and try this bike. Where the rubber hits the road, it does what matters the most.
It's like a minivan, I guess, on one end of the spectrum. It can be a pickup truck too. I mean, we've got contractors and handymen that use this as their bike. I think fundamentally, it's extremely useful. The
Tern GSD Gen 3, as I see it, is really just a testament to what specialization and focus will do. Tern has iterated on details that were like so in the nitty-gritty, and they've really made it better. The GSD is the Swiss Army knife of bikes. It allows you to just GSD. You're just there to get stuff done.
We have stores in San Francisco, Marin, and Oakland, and we've got the GSD for you to try. So book a test ride or just stop by. We'd love to see you.
See you soon.